Hey lovers, part 2, Blue Blood. Okay, so we're on chapter 9, sexual politics, and Rebecca, we're at the part where Rebecca and Keen and Bobby and the whole troop get back from the Bahamas. They're back in New York. It's at this point in time that Bobby and Rebecca are getting closer, and Bobby is very insecure because his apartment is shabby. It's on the Lower East Side. She's obviously, in this big, beautiful apartment. So she actually, and his clothes don't fit with her style, her lifestyle. So she buys him a completely new wardrobe, complete new apartment, and furnishes it completely. Well, as you would understand, her and Ben Keen get divorced in January 1965. This is Rebecca and Bobby Sievers right here. Don't feel too bad for Ben Keen, though, because he was secretly seeing Joan Fontaine, and they ended up being together for 7 years. So early 1965, Rebecca was trying to make the Joffrey Ballet bigger and better and in her own image. Not a lot of support from New York still. So she hired George Skabine, who was the former director of the Paris Opera Ballet, and his wife came with him, Marjorie Tallchief, and her sister, ballerina Maria Tallchief. Alvin Ailey was brought in as choreographer. They had 17 works in place for summer. 2 were Rebecca's own orchestration. They reworked her work, The Palace, into the Vaudeville 1920. In February of 1965, the troupe flew to Nice for rehearsals, and it ended up being disastrous. Basically, money could buy Rebecca everything but artistic vision, and she was pumping so much money into this ballet, she wasn't taking a step back to kind of put everything together with a vision. And attention was on her and Bobby. Like, instead of photographing the dancers that were actually dancing in the troupe, they would be photographed. And at this time, remember, Bobby was not in the company yet. So Rebecca encouraged George to give Bobby a chance in vaudeville. Story has it, the bib of his tuxedo unfastened halfway through the performance and he was booed completely. Rebecca blamed everyone but Bobby. Everyone went back to the States. They went back to Watch Hill, Holiday House. At that time, it really wasn't a secret anymore. Bobby was staying on the same floor as Rebecca, and everyone in the troupe kind of knew. There weren't any problems at first, but it started to become a problem. A lot of the troupe said they didn't even believe they were lovers because Bobby had been very open about his homosexuality, and the troupe was resenting his relationship with Rebecca. Also, 5'10" was the standard for ballet, and he was 6'4", and he didn't start